Good morning, afternoon, or evening from wherever you're coming from. My name is Barbara Britt. I'm a motivational speaker that comes to you with action steps so that I not only motivate you, but I get you going and get you going forward until you start working on your journey and put in your own action steps. I do cultural changes in companies, so I go in and do consulting. I use the DISC method, and I also do diversity and inclusion. And then lastly, I do professional coaching, walking beside my clients with action steps, with integrity, and helping them hold themselves accountable. But today what we're going to be talking about is dominion. And we're going to see how powerful that word is. Having dominion over yourself. Well, it's powerful. I mean, it's unbelievable. But with that power also comes an obligation. You have to think about, when you have this power, how are you going to use it? How are you going to make it so that you enable others to do what they need to do in life too? So today, again, we're going to speak on dominion, and I'm going to start like I always do. Today, I'm in total gratitude for getting to be in your life for these few minutes. And I'm in gratitude that you're going to take this word, and I hope that after you hear this on YouTube, you're going to take it and delve into it and really go forward with it, because it's such a vitally important word. So let's get started with a couple of quotes, because I believe that quotes open up your mind to allow you to travel maybe in a different direction than you even thought you were going to do in the first place. So the first thing is this: a vital question to ask yourself frequently is, what is my relationship to the present moment? I love that. What is my relationship to the present moment? Are you staying inside of that moment? Are you making that moment count? Or are you just letting it drift away? And we've seen countless people do it, and I hope none of you have been there, but if you have, it's all right. It's not too late to change it. But where people just let moments go by, they don't put any value to that moment. And so they absolutely let it go by. We saw that when the pandemic hit, and people just said, well, when everything is all right, then I'll go back up again. So the next thing we're going to talk about, the quote is, the present moment is filled with joy and happiness. If you are attentive, you will see it. You know what it's trying to tell you is that every single moment, even sometimes when it's so bad, it's still filled with joy and happiness. There's things that you're learning. There's things that you are seeing. If you can take that moment that you feel is just absolutely horrendous and absolutely gather it to you, then you can see the joy and happiness is there. And sometimes that's just the thing that you need to get you going. The last one, it says, the present moment is the only time over which we have dominion. And there's that word, dominion. The present moment. We can't control what happened to us in the past, and we still don't have control what's going to be happening in the future. But we can start working and envisioning and setting up action steps to build to have dominion over it when we get there, right? Okay, so dominion, the only time we have it is right at this present moment. A friend called me today and did this, and I thought it was funny, but it's really the truth. And I want you to think about it when you hear from other people, or you even if you're listening to this YouTube with someone else, because how they see something and how they do it may cloud or whatever that you're doing. It says, living your naked truth will always disturb those living well-dressed lies. Wow. Is that not the truth? Because when you live your naked truth, when you realize that you have dominion over that, there's going to be a lot of people that will come and say, you don't have that, or that's not your, whatever the case may be. But thinking about having dominion, you were giving that at creation time. You were given dominion over that. So let's think about what we can do. It says there are two things over which you have complete dominion, authority, and control: your mind and your mouth. And that's Molokite Asante. And isn't that the truth? Your mouth and your thoughts, or your mind. And it's so true. How you talk to yourself, what you allow to come out of your mouth to absolutely either hurt others, or even maybe what you allow to come out of your mouth when you're doing self-talk. You have dominion over that. Choose your words, your thoughts carefully. Choose them, because you're going to hear this one more time in here, but they determine your future. They absolutely determine your future. So let's think about this. What can I do? It says, have dominion over your awareness, and you'll dominion over your destiny. Michael Beckwith. Have your dominion, again, over your awareness, and you will be able to control a large extent of your destiny. Dominion of your awareness. Where are you at this precise moment? With your personal growth, with your business development, where are you at? Really think about that. Where's your awareness level? And we can't just let that drift. And I will tell you, when you're in your awareness level, it's not always pleasant. Sometimes you're happy with what you've done. And then there are other times that you say, well, I need to step it up. I need to pick it up. I need to know the answer to that. Why don't I know where I'm at in my awareness level at this precise moment? Why don't I know? So we're going to think about that. And I want you to just think about this thought right here. It says, thoughts will come and go. Isn't that the truth? They come in and out of your head. But thoughts that are not put into words or actions will die unborn. So today, when we're talking about dominion, I have dominion over what I say and what I don't. And if I don't take those and actually verbalize what I want to accomplish, write it down, put action steps to it, it's not going to happen. And again, it says that they will be unborn. You will not be able to see them take fruition in your lifetime, but you will be able to watch them crumble. See, our thoughts have power, and they will actually determine, once again, your future. Our thoughts, what we allow to say there. I'm always saying this. All of you have done this in life. There's not one person that will come on here that hasn't had this happen. You're sitting there minding your own business, and a thought will come in that's so powerful, so destructive, so negative. Now, you're not responsible for that sliding in, but you are responsible for allowing it to stay there. You're responsible for how you react to that. So again, remember, it's wonderful to have dominion over all things, but it's also an unbelievable responsibility. So in order to combat all this, I have to stay in my awareness. Why am I doing something? Well, what's the why of it? And I also use that, not only do I ask myself the why of it, but I ask other people. When someone tells me something, and it's incredibly negative, or even if it's incredibly like, you can't believe this, but you've just won this, I ask the why of it. Why are you telling me this? Well, what was the purpose in doing that? And this is going to help you a lot if you'll do that. There's a saying that says that, we've heard it, it's all in your mind. We hear that all the time. Well, it's just all in your mind. Well, that's the truth. It is in your mind. So I want you to think about, this is where all your victories begin, or all your victimness begins. See, it's all in your mind. So I think this will help you if you think of it this way. You have your mind, and you have your body, and your body is carrying your mind around, because everything is coming out of that source for you. Okay? Your thoughts, your motivation, you're moving forward, you're putting in your action steps. So I want you to think about that. It starts in your mind. Are you going to be a victor or a victim? That's going to be totally up to you. And when we are a victim, then we want to absolutely make other people victims as well. That's what happens when we're a victim. So let's go with a victor. The mind is a battlefield, or the mind is territory that you have to take over. And I want you to think about this. What if you had the most expensive piece of real estate. Your mind is the most expensive and most valuable real estate you'll ever own. Well, let's say you have that. You have this beautiful lot. Now, are you going to create something beautiful on it? Are you going to create something that's going to help others? Or are you going to just allow it to deteriorate and people just to drive by in their cars and throw out junk, or take their trucks and drop off junk into your valuable piece of real estate? What are you going to do? Well, your mind is that most expensive piece of real estate you will ever own. Are you going to allow people to drop in negativity? Are you going to allow doubt to come in? Or are you going to take dominion and absolutely use your gifts, your skills, and your talents correctly? You have dominion. You get to decide. And then the mind is one of the hardest areas to get under control. Hardest person to ever lead is yourself. Well, it's the same thing. The mind's one of the hardest things to control. I have to give myself some quiet time. I have to sit down with a pencil and a paper, and I have to write it down. What are my thoughts? What am I trying to create? What am I trying to do? I have to be able to do all of that. Okay? I have to be able to do all that. So think about it. You need to guard yourself against negativity, thoughts that are not healthy for you. But you do need to stay in awareness. What is really your truth at that moment? Let's start over again. What is your truth in that moment? And again, one of the hardest people, because we will give ourselves allowances for a lot of things. If I have dominion over everything, shouldn't I be able to do this and this? You have dominion to be able to control that too. You have the dominion to allow you to put things out there that are going to help other people, that are going to help us grow and develop. You have dominion to make your community, your family, your organization a better place to be. Positive thinking doesn't just happen. It's something that happens on purpose, because I am purposeful in what I am doing. So positive thinking, I have to absolutely design that. I have to create that. And I can do it. And I will tell you what, let your mind just go and be negative and let it just roll with all the punches, and go and really control and be a positive person. Tell me which way you feel better. I know it's going to be the positive. And then you're going to get out there and you're going to give that gift to someone else. Again, I am Barbara Britt, and I am so in gratitude for you watching this today with me. I would love to hear your thoughts. Give me some feedback. But again, remember, you have dominion over everything. How are you going to use your dominion? Thank you very much.